I was always like a community leader. When I was 18, I opened the first New Age bookstore in Fort Smith, Arkansas, and made the front page of the paper labeled Lesbian Witch Shop Opens in Fort Smith, Arkansas, called The Talisman. That was actually my business and income for quite a few years. Before we moved to Mountainburg, my grandmother brought me into a Pentecostal church and did an exorcism on me, thinking that this was going to fix the demon. So I was I don't really go for the Christian religion at the time and focused on other types of spiritualities. One of my gifts to the world is I can pave roads and I can create things. I can think of something and I can create it. But back then you were trying to do things and you're trying to create an LGBT community, and it was an extremely difficult time. When I moved here, I started helping with Metropolitan Community Church, which is an LGBT affirming church. I wanted to do a memorial statue for Transgender Day of Remembrance, and I was going to raise money for this. So I formed an organization called Transgender Community Coalition, and it just exploded. I opened the Transgender Health Wellness Center in 2018, I believe. It was extremely tiny, but it was very popular. I didn't have a lot of support from the cisgender gays and lesbians, and so we had to find different ways, and we'd find that when we were doing things that we didn't fit, because we were like the platypus trying to fit into a system that is just not made for us, So we had to figure ways around it. When it first started, I was just gonna do a statue and go back underneath my rock. And now I've got like almost a $4 million budget. I was told by a couple of the gay community leaders, cisgender gay community leaders, that you have to be asked to sit at the leader's table. I thought we were all supposed to be together. I realized we're not together. I had to push out space. And what I mean by pushing out space is, there's letters there. There's LGBT, and they need to be celebrated. They need to be equal. I'm hoping that in my experience in life, I was able to kind of pave that road and kind of push that forward. And I know that in pushing out space for the other trans people here, they're able to get employed, they're getting housing. So when we have a world where it's normal to just include trans individuals into spaces and make sure that there's pathways for the equity to be equal, balancing it out, that would be a beautiful thing to me.